Let's rock!
I'm still working through my backlog of games from the end of last year, so I completely missed out on some amazing games that came out in January. If, like me, you've just finished working your way through God of War Ragnarok, Marvel's Midnight Suns, Need for Speed Unbound, High on Life, and the Callisto Protocol, here are the next batch of games to get your teeth into. Forspoken shines brightest when its protagonist is dipping, ducking, and diving along the generally striking world of Athea while casting a variety of spells. But the standard fish-out-of-water fantasy story of Frey only subtracts from the experience. Parkour really does feel magical, and the spells feel genuinely impactful while battling. One great feature is that the accessibility options are broad and varied for all players. However, the writing is not great, with a clunky script and uncompelling story. There is inconsistent pacing both narratively and mechanically throughout the game, while some particularly rough animation during cutscenes really draw you out of the experience. Fire Emblem Engage is sadly a missed opportunity to tie together a new cast of characters with the heroes of old. There's a great balance struck in the combat between new characters striking out on their own merits, whilst being supported periodically by supremely powerful heroes. And the weapon triangle's return is an emphatically triumphant one, successfully making each unit feel valued and vulnerable at the same time. All that can't make up for a completely apathetic and forgettable new bunch of characters though, while the wider world of Fire Emblem Engage is largely left an unsolved mystery, which is a real pity. Season is not quite the game that I thought it would be. This tranquil adventure game has darker undertones. It deals with memory, grief, war, and loss. However, the narrative isn't always clear, and sometimes gets lost along the way. I wish there was a touch more to a quest log or a better option for note-taking, particularly when some of the cues to progress are a little more obtuse. That hasn't stopped me from finding Season quite the memorable experience, mostly for its peaceful and idyllic exploration and unexpected darkness. There's something quite special about how its narrative and adventure unfolds. Season is a calming, pensive adventure that's as beautiful as it is quaint. Rebuilding a 15-year-old survival horror classic was never going to be easy, not least because the original Dead Space still holds up quite well. And while the original game's visuals look a little tired against today's standards, I don't believe the technical jump between 2008 and 2023 is as significant as, say, the Resident Evil 2 remake's leap from PS1 to PS4. I must admit I wasn't sure if Motive Studios could do the OG justice, but wow, didn't they deliver. Sharper visuals, better lighting, deeper dialogue, reworked boss fights, and level layouts with new guns, new enemies, and with this, new standards set in the survival horror space and for modern day remakes generally. The Dead Space remake is a remake done right. Hi-Fi Rush emerged out of nowhere like a rush of blood to the head, signaling that 2023 will be the year that Xbox Studios starts making good on its investments. This rhythm action game is bursting at the seams with heart and humour, and arrives with the sort of colourful visual style and eclectic soundtrack that's difficult to turn away from. Music is presented as the pulse of Hi-Fi Rush's world, where everything from platforming to combat is performed on beat, which ends up propelling it into being one of the best Xbox Game Pass games of the year. So those are the games in January that you might have missed or not got around to playing yet. Which one are you hoping to play soon? Let us know in the comments below.